Welcome again to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you for stopping by. So today I will be making a meal from my childhood. I have been craving this meal for the longest. So the first clip, I just washed my yam and plantain and I put it in a pot to boil. Right now I'm just cutting up my garden eggplant and I chopped it up in small pieces and I added water to it. I added salt and I covered to boil. So now it's just boiling. While that's going on, I also checked my plantain and yam and it's already cooked. So I took it off the heat and now my garden egg is ready. So right now I'll just sieve it out and pound. Yeah. So is there any meal from that reminds you of your childhood and you just thought for some reason like it just got, let's say, lost at home, like they don't cook that food, they don't talk about the food? If you know any food like that, please mention in the comments, yeah, for us to see and know if we've have that experience as well. So right back to my video, I mashed the garden egg sauce and I'm just showing you the proteins I'll be using for this garden egg sauce. So I wanted to initially use smoked mackerel fish, but I remember that I had leftover chicken and some leftover smoked catfish. So right here is just crayfish, ginger and garlic paste, thyme and rosemary. So to a pot, I add palm oil, I add my onions and I saute for some minutes, allowed to fry properly before I added my fresh pepper and tomato mix. Yes, I added it. I fried for few minutes. I allowed to dry completely and I think I allowed it burn. Yeah, it got burnt a bit, but anyways, I stirred that. I added crayfish, I added salt, I added seasoning cubes to this pepper mixture. Yes, I added ginger and garlic paste as well to this mixture and I also covered it again. I wanted it to fry properly. I wanted it to, like, not to have this what's it called, this slappy taste. So yeah, then I added the rest seasonings and covered to boil. At this point you can see that my sauce is ready, properly fried. So now I introduce my proteins. I added the chicken, I added the bonga fish and I also added the smoked catfish to this mixture. But later on I removed the catfish because I did not want it to scatter all over my food. Yeah. So right here you can see that I have added every other thing and I'm adding the garden egg to it. Then I stir properly. I remove the fish because I don't want my fish to scatter all over this sauce. So I remove the fish so that I'll be able to stir properly and I stirred. I added a little water to loosen it up a bit because I saw that it was very thick. I wanted it to be a bit loose, so I added some water to it. Then I reintroduced my fish into my food and guys, my meal is ready.